what is collage? Basically, is collages that derives from the French word glue. You know, where you're just gluing things. And probably collage existed before Picasso and Braque just decided to cut up a bunch of things in their studio and assemble them into some kind of a composition. And that was during a time when people were, cutting artwork into the elements.
And then composition is really important, just the eye for composition. It's interesting that there are classes where people are drawn to, as they're acquiring their art skills, photography is one of them, where you're editing, you're walking around with just basically an editing box and then snapping that picture. And in collage, you're basically composing ready-made things, or maybe you made those ready-mades, but you're assembling and composing.
And collage has come to have a couple of basic elements, which is is the recomposition of something that's been just deconstructed. That's, I think, where collage separates from scrapbooking. It's the deconstruction of something rather than the memorializing of fragments into a composed page or into a composed book. And along the way in the deconstruction, you have the opportunity for juxtaposing, which means you slam two things together. And in that clash, you make a third meaning. And sometimes that can be a critique, a critical. The other thing is it can be a visual pun or a gag, or it can have a poetic element. It can just, the reconstruction can in some way have some kind of element of lyricism. So all of that is going to be your signature as you rip, compose, and glue.
Basically, this paper is thick enough, and when I pulled it, and I did that on purpose, this white edge here creates a certain amount of highlighting or lift, or it will, it'll make it. I use that on purpose. And if I don't want it, then I rip in a different direction so that I have a different kind of juxtaposition. Okay? And then your ruler is going to do a different kind of thing. Your ruler is going to, let's see how gracefully I can do this under pressure. But if I do this and I rip, I get sort of a clean edge, but it looks, like handmade paper or handmade, hand pulled. It's cleaner. It's not all these different directions. And then you see you've got that. And then you've got your scissors. So think about your